Howdy.
Yeah.
What's up? We are live to everyone in the chat right now. So, I always wonder now if there are people at the camp out. What? That we just left to go do this?
Everybody at the camp out's walking around with their phone going,
I don't think they are. They're partying pretty hard.
They're partying.
yeah, well, some of them aren't coordinated enough to do this right now. So,
Yeah. Hey,
and that's
you know,
okay, man.
it is what it is, man. It's the weekend that God doesn't see.
Right?
You know. So we're doing this live stream before the other live stream where we're giving away the 4 bikes, but tonight we're giving away 1 bike, and that bike is
Barnacle Boy, Daddy Dirt, Tetanus Express. We got a half dozen dumb names for this thing. But the thing is, at the end of the day, we took this old scraggly ass Ironhead Sportster that we picked up and we got it up and running, and then we had to take a sawzall and chop the front end off because it was rotted so bad we couldn't unbolt it and get it off that way. We had to take steps.
so that Sportster is the epitome of mice and men. The
Yes.
best laid plans.
Yes. Because everywhere we turned on this thing, I mean, we'd be like, well, wait a minute, this is rotted away. We've got to cut that out. Wait a minute, this is stuck. We got to drill that out. My garage at the house right now at the temple, it has this constant omnipresent background odor of PB Blaster, and that's going to be a while before that goes away.
The Omnissiah.
No, the epic lube.
The Epic Loop. Listen up, baby. The PB Blaster is made out of animal parts, if you were wondering.
Well, I mean, WD-40 used to have fish oil in it way back when.
It's good for your gut.
It smelled awful. I like the smell of it now.
Is that, if someone asked that quadruple B,
Yeah, add an
love-
extra
we
B.
love her. That's Biker Babe Beth back there.
Yep,
B's
sure
going
does.
And so I think
on.
that, so we are giving away an Ironhead tonight. It's on Joe's. There is a pinned link to Joe's Patreon. That's where the bike we're pulling the winners from. Right now, I would say that you have a better chance of winning that Ironhead than you do of I don't even know what to say because it is actually pretty close. It's
Yeah.
like not very many. I think it's like
The
one.
Florida lottery.
It's like 1 in 600 or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta look at the numbers on. I think it was like
649, I think it was.
49.
Yeah, I think it was 649.
652, something like that.
106.49.
Yeah, but way the hell better than a scratch off. You're going to get
Yeah.
your local, Haji Mart or stabbing grab.
Mm-hmm.
I am excited about it. Not giving. I mean, obviously, I'm excited about giving it away. That's fun. But I think that the knowledge that you are sharing is actually a very big deal. There are so many people who gatekeep this stuff
Yes.
and
Yeah.
who don't want to
Yes.
share it. And wait, just say it.
634.
All right. You're trying to do sign language.
She does that with me too, and I'm like, what? Steel third, rutabaga, what? I don't know what you're trying to tell me, man.
I'm sorry. I love you, Amanda. I just so I think that what you're and I'm dead honest here. This ain't no made up stuff. It's what you're sharing is gigantic knowledge. It's huge. This is stuff that people would keep to themselves. They would gatekeep. They would not let somebody else experience this knowledge. They wouldn't share it for free. They would be afraid that if somebody else had it, it would take away from what they were able to get because they have it.
And see, that's what baffles me, and that's why, honestly, that's why I jumped into this as deep as I did, trying to spread the word, so to speak, because the way the motorcycle community is right now, from a dealership and shop standpoint, any dealership you go to in the area here, if you got a bike 10 years old or older, you're shit out of luck. They're not going to take it in. They're not going to work on it. You are on your own. And the guys that's there at the shop, you may have some of the graybeards in the back that's been back there 25 years. They may have been getting these things out of the box when they were brand ass new 20 years ago and everything. But they won't come off of that and everything because it's like they've got it in their head that, well, this is my knowledge and I'm not going to share it, with anybody because this makes me money. This is valuable to me.
It's weird, man.
It's not right.
I think it's weird, and it's also like that goes into what you drive as well. And this is whether you drive a car or motorcycle or goddamn even a bicycle. There's this weird thing when you hear about what car you're supposed to drive. I got one single thing against an electric car, right?
Yeah.
Fine, do your thing, but that assumes that people can fucking afford one, dude.
Yeah.
If you're
Dude.
up north, Yeah,
You
that
can't afford that
no,
shit.
They,
No,
they don't work
They,
in the
they,
cold.
they don't charge.
They don't charge.
their-
They don't want to charge.
Oh.
But
Battery
it's gonna be like
dies.
30 miles, and if you work more than 30 miles away, your electric car is not gonna get you to work.
Even outside, so
It's
take
crazy.
it, surely that is a thing,
Yeah.
but then I'm like, dude, I do all right, Joe.
No.
You know, I take care of myself. I do okay.
Yeah.
I can't afford any new electric car.
I
It's out of my price range,
we just
and I like do okay.
just
You know, I'm like, who can buy these things?
a couple of months ago
They're
when we
ridiculous.
went up to North Carolina to visit our daughter and our grandson, we rented a Chevy Bolt, and electric car. You know, it's not a hybrid; it's straight up electric.
It was a test.
It
It was
was-
a test.
It was comfortable. I mean, the thing ran like a striped ass ape for a little pregnant roller skate of a car. But I mean, you can't charge that thing off a conventional wall plug.
No, you
We
have
had-
to.
we
install
had the
it
car
in
A little
charger.
special one.
Yeah, we had the car charger, like for a regular 110 wall plug, and we plugged it into the garage at my daughter's house and everything. Overnight, that thing was charging for 12 hours straight. It picked
Doesn't.
up 8 miles
Yeah.
worth of range.
It
That
doesn't
was
do it. You have to pay to install the new
Yep.
unit in your house to be able to charge them properly.
So I didn't even bring this up to shit on electric cars, although I could all day long.
Yeah, for
Not against them, but just like they ain't ready.
No.
Yeah.
You know, and stop trying to force them down their throat. If you don't understand Americans, if you try to force anything down an American's throat.
Yeah, that
You
didn't
know.
end well.
Yeah. So there's a reason we drink coffee and not tea.
Yes.
But anyway, I brought that up only because I think that most people that I know anyway don't drive a car that ain't 10 years old. Like it's over 10 years old.
Yeah.
No, it's not even a bad thing. I'm not talking shit. I don't almost know anybody that drives a car that's not like my truck. We have a nice truck too. That's a business truck, but like my personal truck is a 2001.
Yeah.
My motorcycle, my main motorcycle, is a 1989.
Yeah.
So like they already exist. That's a wild thing to me is like, why would you ever buy anything new when so many of these things already exist?
It's
They're
because
there already.
yeah, but the thing is, people have been inundated with the concept of disposable society everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Get the new iPhone, get the new laptop, get the new MacBook, whatever. Here, take this car on a lease, and your payments are only $200 a month, and just ignore all the fine print because we're not going to talk about that right now, because we don't want you to see the downside of it. But nobody has any interest in fixing anything anymore.
No.
I mean, like my dryer at the house, it's 10, 11 years old, just spitballing and everything. I've rebuilt that damn thing twice now. And our old washer and dryer that we had when we first got together, when we were living in Arkansas, when me and the wife unit first started dating, and
You mean the one that you broke?
no, I'm not talking about the one that you tried to burn the house down with.
Touche.
But that thing was tight, dude.
But man, he should hit you with the Uno reverse.
I know.
Dude, our first washer,
Reverse and a drop.
Damn.
our first washer and dryer, my grandparents gave it to us. It was a hand-me-down, because they bought some new shit and everything. And this was like from the early 80s. Those things were tanks, dude. They would not die.
Well,
Yeah.
Joe, you also grew up in a very different situation
Yes,
than most people,
It's a different
and not
society.
in a good way.
Yeah.
A bad way certainly as well,
Yeah.
but I don't know, a different way. You grew up in a level of poverty that most people who live in America don't see.
True.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong in that.
Most
Well, you have
people
to
in
fix it.
America
You have
live
no other
on
option
the
to
coast.
fix it.
I grew up on
Yeah,
the coast. I grew up in
exactly.
Tampa. I'm like I've seen when I'll go. Just this happened to me not that long ago. I was riding. Let me turn off highways. About to have the best time ever, and then I rode through South Carolina with highways off.
Yeah.
And like, dude, it's like Lithuania. It's like a third world country.
Yep.
So you grew up at a level of poverty that I think that most people in America don't see. And that, when I think about you, I think about them dudes in Africa that are like doing the bush fixes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joe, I do though. Like, and that's true.
Yeah.
Like by hook or by crook.
You see some dude with a piston sitting here on a tabletop, and he's got a file, and he's working that son of a bitch down.
Because like, what's the alternative?
Yeah.
The alternative is you don't got it.
Yeah, you walk.
Yeah, that's the alternative. Fucking my feet. So what we're doing today, man. We are giving away a bike. We always talk a little shit too, because me and Joe like to riff. But we are giving away an Ironhead. If you join Joe's Patreon right now, it's a 1 in 649.34.
634.
634 chance. On that Patreon, it's not just supporting Joe, although I think that's a good enough reason to do it anyway. But it's not just supporting Joe. That comes with an amazing amount of knowledge that Joe shares on a regular basis. It comes with a one-on-one, he's in the Discord all the time, talking to people, giving people advice. I could name dozens of people that Joe has gotten their motorcycles running. You have access to a wealth of knowledge that most people would kill for, and you could do that for $5 fucking.
I'm the fountain of useless.
Yeah, so
Joe does things that other people cannot, and I've witnessed it firsthand.
all right, hit
Here.
us.
What?
You did-
Chloe, you promised me you wouldn't tell my secret.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Oops. Well, I didn't mean it like that. But motorcycle-wise,
Yeah.
Amanda.
No,
But yeah, Joe is amazing and full of a plethora of knowledge. So
Well, it's amazing, man. Like, you talk about being a mechanic. Being a mechanic, I guess, is just like taking fasteners off and putting them back on.
no, it's not
but it's-
like that. As a girl who
It's
can't
not.
do shit,
Every time I turn something,
someone
I'm like,
who
righty,
can do
tighty,
who can
lefty,
fix it, I'm like,
loosey.
Dude, I still fuck it up
Wow.
sometimes. By the way,
Joe can do
everyone,
that.
and I know he would admit it, so I'm not even busting him out. Sometimes Joe does it too.
yeah,
You thought there's a 50-50
No.
chance you're going the right way.
yeah.
She still picks the wrong one.
He's the
I mean,
man.
I can't tell you have a wrench in this. I'll be like, God damn it.
You guys have seen it plenty enough times, all right? I mean,
Everyone does it, dude.
Josh?
I've stabbed, squashed, burnt, scorched, electrocuted.
Yourself?
I've injured myself a few
Right.
times.
If you've made a mistake, Joe's done it with consequences.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't try to bullshit it away or try to cover it up. I mean, I use it as a teaching moment because it's like, hey, you see what I just did there? That was dumber than shit, and I really don't know why I did it, but don't y'all do it
Yeah.
because you shouldn't do that
Do
because
not.
it's dumb.
So Shelby says, "Come on, you know that's bullshit." Also, I'll say this about Shelby. It isn't bullshit with Joe. I have seen Joe turn something the wrong way. With my eyes. But I will say this. I haven't seen Shelby do it. Shelby's actually like, he's got his own style, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I see why he's saying that, because he's like, well, no, a mechanic doesn't do that. Shelby actually doesn't, like, but he's got his own style as a mechanic, and he's pretty precision. So I will say that, yes, I have.
Well, there you go,
It's not
Shelby.
bullshit. I have seen him do it. I have never seen Shelby do it though.
All right, Shelby.
Doesn't mean he's better than Joe. It just means like
Does
he's
that
just
mean
got
we
a
need you on
different
a
set of
board?
skills, you know.
Oh hell, there's times where I'll sit there and just go into full brain lockdown mode, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, we're on step 4 now.
What I love about Shelby, dude, is I'll call him up and he's like over the phone even. Dude, I called him up. We were in a flash flood, lightning being thrown from Zeus on high, raining, middle of nowhere.
It was just
No vehicles.
Zeus's balls clashing.
Oh,
together.
dude, it was nuts, dude. Arizona, just thunder raining from the heavens. Flash flood. It floods in Arizona when it rains because there ain't
Yeah,
nowhere
I get
for it to
it.
go. Dude, the
I get
water
it.
running over my feet. I have the entire motorcycle pulled apart, all my luggage off of it. It's
Yeah.
a shovelhead. And I called Shelby on the phone. He walked me through starting it.
Yeah.
So we started that motorcycle with 3 broke breakers and a multi-tool. And he was able to do it half asleep on the phone.
Yeah.
It was 3:00 in the morning his time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's kind of the way that we were looking at this Ironhead and everything. Because when we first brought this thing on the channel, that's when I was still doing videos here on your channel
Yeah.
and everything. And we're like, I don't remember exactly how it was I said it, but we're like, we're gonna make this thing, stupid, simple, reliable to where if some bad shit goes down, you can get out of town. Whether it's zombies or commies or whatever.
Whether it's Red Dawn or George Romero.
Yeah. We got to cover all the possibilities here because think back to the dumpster fire of 2020, y'all. That shit can happen. But anyway, that's the way we did this thing. And I mean, The sexiest part that I put on this motorcycle is the little relay that runs the freaking headlights. That's it.
Very
Dude, that's a bike. It's a hammer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
And there ain't no circuit boards, no fancy stuff. It's literally it's mechanical motorcycle.
Yep.
That's the best.
And if you are willing to learn, you can figure it out completely
yeah.
without any special knowledge.
Yeah.
And the thing is, on
Maybe some
the way we
special
put this bike together and the way we approached it, you can if you're out in the boonies and this thing lays down on you, you can literally get this damn thing up and running with a paper clip and a pack of chewing gum. I mean, it's that damn simple. The most high-tech special tool you need for it is a big-ass crescent wrench. Maybe a screwdriver.
So, Biker Beth back there, she has an Ironhead.
Me. Yeah.
What is
I need you to come to Ohio and just give me a teaching lesson.
What
It's been sitting there for 3 years. It's a 74 right side shift.
Oh, okay.
what
only.
you need is a starter.
No.
Because diagnosing
No.
a kick only motorcycle
Listen,
that has a drivability issue
Josh, of all
sucks.
it sucks so hard. Well, I take turns with a very strong hunky man in my garage trying to start it. So
You can just kick it the wrong way; it doesn't start. That's your
Yeah, I
you
know.
need a starter.
no, I want to.
You can put that. You can put it's like a little thing.
Can
Jared
you
got one.
hide them?
So you put the rear
Can you
wheel on
hide
it, and it's got a
Yeah, it's
car
a
battery hooked
starter
up to
car.
it,
Okay.
and it spins something. And it just spins the rear wheel.
Okay.
And you put it in first gear.
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
All right.
Or you can
Yeah, I'm
actually
telling
bolt
you.
all the parts onto your motorcycle where it has electric start.
They had electric start in 74.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. Yeah, they're like $300 to $500. I've looked into it. I just want to be cool.
It's not a hard stop. It's not a
Alright.
hard swap to do.
No, it's not.
What the
no.
fuck?
Right now, the clutch plates are stuck. Gotta replace the clutch. I bled the brakes. I just want the engine to be sound and running before I chop the back end.
Well, we're
off.
gonna fucking cross that bridge when we
Yeah.
get there.
Let's actually give away a real Ironhead.
Right now, we have an Ironhead that we're giving away. It's on Joe's channel. This is the very first one we've ever done, man. And I just dude, when we first started Ran with Park, you guys have no idea how stoked we were on this. I thought the name is good.
I was
We
excited.
started we started on my channel.
Yep.
And it was always meant to go to yours,
Yeah.
right? That was always but you got to make the people ask for it.
Yeah, well, that,
You know
that
what I
was the
mean?
long-term
work.
plan.
You got to
but,
make it big, dude.
We kind of had to bump up the schedule a little bit because I had shit going on, you had shit going on, and there was one damn day out of the week where we could get together and film
Yeah,
something.
dude.
And it's like, well,
We did it for a minute, dude. We got one whole season under our belt,
yeah,
dude, and it was pretty fucking good, dude. I personally learned so much, and it's because you have that knowledge. That's again, there's a pinned link in here if you would like to support Joe the Mountain Jedi on Patreon. You can,
Click the
and you
link.
can also experience this. I guess I want to call it hood knowledge. I guess I grew up in the city. So I'll be like, it's hood knowledge, but it's not. It's like country knowledge. I don't know what you would say.
well, I
something
mean,
different,
you got book smarts, you got real world smarts, and then you got that wing nut, back alley shit and everything that always manages to get your ass home.
dude. You got the knowledge that's like 10 secrets the government doesn't want you to know. Like that. Remember they used to sell them books back in the day.
Dude. Yeah, the guy that invented a car that ran off of water got assassinated, or the guy that made the 100-mile-per-gallon carburetor, he got assassinated by the government.
Yeah,
But,
dude. What's so funny about YouTube? People are like, "Are you and Joe still friends?" Or I remember comments people saying that. I'm just like, "You motherfucker, you don't know me at all." But whatever. I'm so happy that your channel's doing well. I think that what you're doing on there is super helpful. It's putting things into the knowledge stream.
Yeah.
And I think that I take from the knowledge stream all the time. And I take more than I give, but I do put things back. And it is important to put something back.
Yeah.
It's important to make a video where you put something back into the knowledge stream because, your phone is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It has every single answer you have ever wanted.
Yep.
It's in your pocket.
with the caveat, though, the thing is, you've got to have enough knowledge and a sound enough frame of reference to be able to discern the good knowledge from the bullshit.
Or even
And
know
that's
even
kinda
know what
why
you're looking at, Like,
that's
what
kind of
is
why
it?
that's kind of why I, jumped in and, started doing this stuff because I was, I'd see videos and guys on YouTube's like, oh, you got to do this to fix this and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's horse shit. That's total bullshit. You're going to make somebody spend a hell of a lot of money they don't need
you
to.
know what
And
you're
so-
talking about.
There's a reason that Joe's videos are, an hour long and somebody else's videos are 8 minutes. And that's because it don't take you 8 minutes to learn. And Joe teaches. You teach.
I try to break it down and give enough background on stuff to where people with a very limited skill set or very limited experience with it can grasp the concept and flesh it out to the point to where they can see how all the steps are connected. That way, there's no pitfall for somebody.
You have a way of explaining it that's you know what they call it in TV? It's a trope.
Foreplay.
It's called
Not that kind of TV.
Yes,
Yo, dude, that cat's in
that
heat,
is the
Joe.
way unit.
That's your crosser bear. Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, she hit 40, about 2.3 years ago and everything. So I'm in the middle of that hormonal storm right now.
So God, where was I?
I got very distracted.
Just wife unit, like please just sit on my lap.
I believe you were talking about knowledge and what.
Like for a
Yeah.
second.
Thank you.
Just for a
So like
second.
you could
What
have a
was it?
service manual in front of you if someone
Right here.
commented and you not
Right here.
understand
Oh,
any of it.
That's
you know what I
the
mean?
stage.
Like,
So
here,
it's what they call it in a movie is they call it the magical janitor,
That right.
yeah.
right?
Come here.
You know about that.
Yeah.
So they call it the
Yeah, for
people
like-
want to
For
learn
like 5 minutes. Just
People are asking who
from
you are.
somebody who is not an
I
expert,
don't exist.
You do
but
though.
you are one.
Come here.
And
This
so
is
that's
the
a
wife
weird
unit.
thing that happens.
Babe.
Come on in, baby. Come on,
Come here,
man.
baby. I love you. Come here.
So people want to learn from somebody who
Hey.
they feel like is understands on their level, who's not an expert.
Yeah.
But you are an expert. You just explain it in a way that anybody can digest.
See that's where I'll argue. with you.
Oh.
I don't claim to be an
It's
expert
okay.
at anything.
So
I
you have
mean,
to
do I
be
know a lot of
honest.
stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do. But the thing, to me, my definition of an expert is somebody that knows, I would say, just to put a number on it, 95% or more of everything there is to know about subject matter. And that is totally and wholly not me, because you never stop learning. You never stop gathering knowledge as far as how to diagnose a problem, how to, correct a problem, a workaround for something, and plus, look at what we're talking about here. Doctors got it easy. They got one model with two trim levels. That ain't the way it works in the back world.
That was fucking funny, Joe.
It's true,
We're talking
dude.
about people. What a doctor got to do, dude? They only make two kinds of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that was very funny.
I mean, you got two options there, an innie and an
There's
outie.
so many different motorcycles. That's not taking into account, people's minds. Obviously, they can do all sorts of things,
Right?
But you know what I mean, like just physically, that's pretty funny.
But I mean, what I'm getting at is, I will never consider myself an expert on anything, because
think
deeply ingrained in my head, I know that there is more knowledge out there for
Always.
something
That's just,
Yeah.
that's just
that
like
I don't know.
that's just like your opinion, man.
No, but that's an
Oh, well.
expert being like.
What if my opinion is that you are an expert?
It's an expert being open to the
No.
fact that they can always learn more, but your
What if
expertise
you think
is
he's an expert?
We know
Valuable
he's an expert. We don't
to
even
people.
have to have an
whether
opinion.
you think
There's
you're an
two
expert
people
or
then.
not.
No.
You have expertise.
3 people, I
that we
think.
don't ever.
You think he's an
I
expert?
appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
4 people, dude.
Compared to me, I'm down here.
Do you think
Joey's
you're?
up
Do
here.
you think that you're so much fucking
He's
better than
so
us?
much better. Even
That you know so much that you know that you're not an expert.
That's what
In
When
it
this
is.
4
instance, yeah.
people
have
are
you
saying
seen
that
him work
you
on
are.
anything?
Reverse
Wow, dude.
psychology his own.
I
This
have.
motherfucker, he's full of
I've
himself.
seen him work on stuff. I wasn't even in the room.
Humble
Okay.
expert.
The best
Joe
filter,
can fix anything. That's what I'm saying. Is Josh can't figure something out. Joe's the
Chloe,
so I can tell people, I can fix any damn thing but a broken heart, but I'll work on that.
You know it too. You know it to be true. I'm not kidding. And Josh doesn't.
Now the biggest red flag for me whenever I see somebody talking bullshit and everything
Yeah.
is if they're a self-proclaimed expert on something.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
bullshit.
okay.
Oh, I'm so
And
smart. No, you're not.
I think that's why you're like, I refuse to say I'm an expert, because as soon as you start doing that, people are like, this douchebag over here thinks he knows everything. And you're like, I don't want to be perceived as the guy who thinks he knows everything. But someone commented, which is really true, like, it takes an expert to understand how much more knowledge exists in the domain. And I think that's the same with any study of motorcycles.
Thank you, Valerie. I totally agree with
Yes,
you.
you have to realize that your mind is ever expanding, and so is the universe, and so is the domain of knowledge when it comes to motorcycles, anything. Art.
Yeah.
Well, and see, here's the thing. Like, if you go to a dealership right now
Sure.
and you look at a brand new on the showroom bike, car, four-wheeler,
Any of that, yeah.
riding lawnmower, whatever, 18 months from now, 12 to 18 months from now, depending on the industry, that tech that is new and cutting edge, it's going to be out to pasture.
Yeah.
It's a dinosaur.
It's 6 to 8 months, and then the technology moves on, with or without you. It doesn't
Yeah,
really matter.
it's
Yeah.
manufactured obsolescence is what it is.
Yeah, well, it's called the capitalistic nightmare, and it's American dream. Didn't you know?
Well, no, that dovetails into what I call disposable society.
Yeah. Well, it's all
That's
about
really smart. By
it's
the
all
way.
about status, and that's the biggest forcing factor in our capitalistic society, to look cool or have like cool shit. And unfortunately, I've turned into like a Harley girl, and that, I think, even if you aren't rich, even owning an old Harley is still a perception that you have some sort of wealth in your life.
Right.
It's
It's a status symbol,
Yeah, it
whether or not you even know it, whether or not you're like, I'm a poor bastard. Well, you're riding a Harley, so you look like a fucking rich, cool guy. Like, to some extent, to someone who's poor and can only ride a scooter, there's always layers and levels to that. Like,
I used to ride scooters.
I used to ride scooters too.
No, I mean,
Like the electric scooter?
no,
Oh.
I daily drove a Yamaha Vino to work and back every day for like
Hell
a year and a
yeah.
half.
Dude,
You
you
got-
ain't.
Hell yeah.
Joe, you got pulled over
I did
at
get
a
pulled
gas
over.
station on that Vino.
So here,
That's the
let
cool
me
scooter.
reiterate where Joe comes from.
It's a cool
There's a
scooter.
town called Pig Knuckle,
That's not real.
population
It's
3.
real.
Population 3.
You forgot the coon dog.
Yeah,
Oh.
all,
And
uh,
one coon dog that
there was
shut the fuck up.
the mayor was called Coondogger, the bailiff was called Danger, and then there was Joe.
The whole coon dog thing, that is so cliched, man. I mean, actually, no. The town I grew up in, Van Buren, Arkansas, I remember when I was a kid, we barely had 6,000 people in town, according to the city limit sign. We had a zoo for a while, but they had to close it. Hamster died.
That was funny, dude.
Hamster.
Did you think of that before?
Huh?
Did you just think about that now? That was
Dude.
funny.
Dude, I've got so much I've got so much coffee and Monster pumped into my system right now over the last 2 days. There's just shit.
Joe, you're fucking
escaping
killing
me.
it, dude. All right, I'm gonna give people one last chance
Go
to
click
go
the
on
link.
Patreon.com for Joe's Mountain Jedi, and
Thanks,
we'll pull a
Shelby.
winner. Somebody's winning the Ironhead,
Dude.
which is an excellent. We spent very little time talking about, it, but it is an excellent bike.
Yeah, sorry,
Very-
we kind of got
very
off on a
clean.
tangent
Yeah,
there.
the whole thing about the bike is that it's
We're very dirty.
Fine.
Whatever.
like there's nothing wrong with it because there can't be that much wrong with it.
Yeah, mechanically the bike is solid, and if I was a glutton for punishment, because let's be real here, it's an Ironhead. It shakes like a dog shit in a peach seed. But if I wanted to, and I had a wild hair at my ass, I wouldn't have any qualms about jumping on the thing and driving to hell where you want to go. Let's go.
Anywhere.
Okay.
I mean, it's
I wanna go
4
to
speed,
Miami.
so like
Yeah.
So,
Back
take-
roads are the rule of the
yeah,
day.
take your time.
Well, it's like this morning riding into work. In about 20 minutes, my dangly bitch turned into tapioca from the vibes coming from the seat.
see,
I
it's
know.
so much more
Some
fun
people
for
pay
women
some
on
people
those
pay good
bikes.
money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, you walk weird when you first. That is awkward. It's like watching a newborn baby giraffe.
That's a good one, dude. I like
But
that.
anyway, just to kind of put this out there, because we're kind of deep in it right now. But this is open to all the Patreon members. It doesn't matter if you guys have put out one damn dime, one damn plug nickel. There's free membership options on my Patreon, and I keep it that way because the thing is, I don't want this to be a pay to play club. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
if somebody's got a problem and they need help solving it, hey, holler at me. I'll do what I can to help you out. But all we're asking is, you know, you got to be a Patreon member. That's it. This is something
One
that
step.
we did for the Patreon exclusively, and you know, it doesn't cost you anything. Just
$0.
come in, hang out. You know,
I will vouch for that. Yo, here's the deal. If you have a problem, Joe will solve it.
either
Check
that or
out the
we'll find
hook
damn hammer.
while the DJ revolves it.
Ice, baby.
Oh no. But no, man. I mean, well, like I said,
Lastly,
we were kicking around the idea when we first got a hold of this thing, and we decided, hey, you know, let's throw the Patreon folks a bone here, you know, because and do something exclusive for them, because I want you guys to know, you know, all the people that contribute over on the Patreon site, I would say better than 90% of all the funds that come into Patreon, that's what you guys have been seeing lately. That's the new equipment that I've been moving into the garage over at the temple. You know, that's some of the renovation work that we've done over there to where we can shoot videos over there. Whenever I first started doing YouTube a couple of months back, the audio was absolute crap on my channel, and I struggled with microphone setups for a while, and that's what helped, you know, make it to where you guys can actually hear and understand me. And so, you know, believe me, it's going back into the program.
what Joe is also finding out, which he already knew, but like he's finding out the hard way, is that when it comes to YouTube, everyone's like, "How much money you make on YouTube?" I'm like, "Oh, you tell them a number, right?" And they're like, "Damn, dude, what are you rich?" I'm like, "No, I spend twice that making that video."
How much I spent on motorcycle parts alone in
Yeah,
one
it's
week,
it's
and
it's
I
sub it
just-
subsidizes our
Yeah,
addiction.
when I
So
ordered the
Yeah.
wrong part three
Yeah.
times. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, all the funds that come into Patreon, you know, that's what pays for these bikes that we pick up for, you know, the Ramblin' Park series. That's what pays for parts for these bikes. You know, it pays for greasy ass cheeseburgers at 2 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning. You know, whenever we're out there bashing our head against the wall trying to figure something out. You know, that, and also, you know, that way we can share it with you guys, and you know, be like, hey, here's what we found out, and that we found out that we screwed up. So y'all don't do our dumbs, because those dumbs are ours. We earned them.
all right, we're 10:05. Let's pull a winner.
Let's do it.
We're not gonna get a phone number because Patreon doesn't give you phone numbers.
Yeah, I guess
We're just
Patreon's
gonna
worried
post
that
your
everybody's a
name,
creeper.
your email, your social security
But
number,
we
your house
will.
address.
We're just gonna email somebody, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Well, I mean, I can find it.
well, what I'll do is I'll email the person that's drawn on the bike, and also on top of that, I'll make it's probably going to be tomorrow, but I'll make a post for the winner and everything. You know, just kind of giving everybody a heads up, and you know, welcome to the fold, so to speak. But that's something that's going to be over on the Patreon. You know, we will manage one way or the other. If we have to bust out a carrier pigeon, we will, but hopefully it won't come to that.
I think it'll be all right. All right, here we go. People are asking, pull the mic up. We just got to go in a little bit. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to that. I'm not that good either at technology. I'm just like a little bit. I'm a little bit better than Joe.
Hey, to
But
me, a
not that much
computer is a
better.
tool, and
Not
occasionally
that
the
much
tool may be
better.
a hammer.
All right, we have a winner. It's very non-dramatic,
Okay, let's see
unfortunately.
here.
It happens instantly.
Who we got here?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lucky winner is
Jeff Lamica.
Jeff, congratulations, bro.
Jeff Lamica.
I hope you're up to date on your shots, because you will need it for this thing. Just let you know.
Hey,
Uh,
Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah. Hi, Jeff.
I hope he's maybe he's
I
not.
hope
I don't
you're
know.
here.
Is Jeff in the live chat? Maybe.
Jeff.
Maybe so. Maybe not.
Congrats,
He
Jeff.
might be.
If not, you'll get your
I don't know,
emails
we'll
soon,
see.
my man.
But we
Yeah.
will reach out to you via email, and also I'll, you know, kind of put you on blast in a friendly way, you know, over on the Patreon and everything, just saying congrats, and that way everybody else can, you know, share in your glory. But whenever I reach out to you, I'll give you a rundown on what we've done with the bike, and also, you know, give you a heads up on a couple things so you're aware, and that way you're not caught off guard. Because I did do a few things different that's not typical Harley standard on this thing. It's nothing real wild and weird. Don't
He's
get me
like,
wrong.
good luck once you get it.
Nah, ain't that bad. Ain't
No,
that
really
bad at all.
though. Even though you guys fixed it up, it's an Ironhead. They do need luck after it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, this guy Alan Lawrence, is that
Wait,
you?
Is that Alan?
Is it Alan? He goes, oh my god, I finally won some.
I saw that, but
So
I was like,
is that?
is that?
Is
Oh,
your
some people
real
use their
name
middle name. I don't know.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Did he just use a?
It's not his first
pseudonym?
or last name on here. So,
Yeah.
he might just be fucking around.
I think he's being goofy.
Yeah.
So that was a completely different person.
Yeah. I think somebody's having a ha-ha giggle moment.
Me.
I'm the winner.
But anyway.
All right. Well, anyway, what I would like people to do is one of two things, or maybe actually do twice. Maybe do two of two things, or possibly three.
Oh,
At the end, a secret third thing.
a third.
Right now, we have given away an Ironhead, and somebody, his name is Jeff. Jeff. Oh wait, yeah,
Yeah, Jeff Lamb.
his name Jeff.
Yep.
Jeff, you are.
And that's awesome. But tomorrow we're giving away 4 more motorcycles. 4 more motorcycles: a Victory Vision, a Yamaha Super Tenere, a Honda XR 150L, and also a Yamaha FJR. This is the most Yamahas we've ever had.
Right?
Joe's a Yamaha guy, so like, you bleed blue, dude. You're a Yamaha guy, ain't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, honestly, you've had far more Hondas than I ever had. I've had 2 Hondas in my life, motorcycles. I've had 2 Honda motorcycles in my life, and one of them I got given to me, and I think I come up on the short end of the stick on that because that thing was cursed, man.
Honda has made some bad motorcycles.
Yes.
Honda fanboys, of which I am one,
Yep.
will defend Honda, and they will die on that hill. But at the
Yes.
end of the day, Honda has made some bad bikes.
Well, I mean, it's just the law of averages, man. Everybody builds a car.
Yeah, but Honda does more often than most. They're just like the highest of highs, the lowest of lows. It
Yeah.
was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Dickens have got more in it.
Well, Cowie's still got to explain away that Eliminator 125, man. I mean, that's a low. That's a real low.
Bad, dude.
It was.
Kawasaki is like, if I had to anthropomorphize Kawasaki as a company, it's like that Japanese dude that's still on an island and thinks that World War II is still
Still
happening.
going on, yeah.
Yeah, they're so aggressive, dude.
Oh,
So we're giving away 4 bikes tomorrow. Support my man Joe on Patreon.
I would
Subscribe to
appreciate
him
that.
on YouTube.
click that link.
We're all real people. There are probably like 20 people watching right now who are at the camp out.
Yeah, I know.
We've been hanging
I
out with
saw
everybody
them.
all day
I saw
long.
them
Yeah.
commenting.
Yeah.
You
So-
might.
Yeah.
Karaoke.
Do you
Yeah,
mind?
right now.
Damn it, we're missing it.
We need to come back till we pick up Nana anyways.
Yeah, we gotta go get.
So-
I'm gonna find you, birthday girl.
We I want to end it on one of those notes. Like, we're all real people. We all have a good time, and it's not. We don't fake nothing.
No, we're not NPCs. Stop saying that.
Yeah.
So
What the? Jesus.
I'm just saying it's true, dude.
For real.
We
Yeah.
are real. We are not AI.
I'm a real boy, damn
Well-
it.
Well, it's like I tell everybody in our videos, I mean, I'm going to show you what I'm doing to fix a problem, but if I make a screw up, I want to show you my screw up too, because, I am far from infallible. Trust me, I'm very fallible. I mean, my buddies in high school used to call me Black Cloud for a reason, man.
You also used to call your car the Bondo Mobile.
Yeah.
The Bondo Bandit, baby. Nothing wrong with it.
Hey man, that was OG 1977 vintage Datsun 280Z shit box with 5 different colors of yellow on it.
Listen, if you had a Datsun 280 before they were popular,
Yeah, that's.
you're a
pretty
true
impressive.
believer.
Yeah.
Because right now that Datsun 280 would be worth like 20 grand.
Yeah, honestly.
And I remember you could buy a
That's
Datsun 280 for fucking a 1 week's paycheck and a hot meal.
My senior year in high school, I had 4 Datsun Z cars. I had 2 280s, a 260, and a first year 240.
Okay, but Josh, ask him what he drove whenever he got me.
What did you?
Was it a Datsun or?
No.
No, it was when I had my goat. I had a 72 GTO.
Oh, come on. That one I had a couple cool cars.
I really I missed the motor more than I missed the car. I built a hell of a good motor.
In typical band fashion, I miss the motor more than I miss
Well, how Joe cut his
Yeah,
teeth
probably
and
say
I think that people, this is a kind of important thing to know. How Joe cut his teeth is building mini sprints.
Well,
Is that what
no.
it's called, or
No, the micro sprint.
micro sprint?
No, I that's something that I was doing up in Tennessee before I moved down here. I mean, I started like starting out in the bike world. I was 12 years old and I walked into Wheeler Kawasaki in Fort Smith and I was like, hey, you know, me and Dad have bought a couple of bikes from you guys. We buy parts from you. I love doing this stuff. You know,
Nice.
if you let me take out the trash and hang around and learn some shit, you ain't got to pay me. And that's kind of how it started. You know, that was a conversation I had with Tom Wheeler. He owned the place. He opened the business up in 1968, if memory serves right. But and this was back in this was back in 1989. Yeah, but that's where it started, man. And before that, me and Dad always had to fix stuff around the house because honestly, we was too broke to take it someplace and pay somebody to fix it.
Joe, there's a large gap. Hopefully not that large of a gap between changing a spark plug and figuring out that gap and adjusting valves.
Yeah.
There's a large gap there. It really is.
There is, yeah. But the thing is, if you break it down into bite-sized pieces, that big problem ain't that big. And that's what we're trying to do here is kind of break things down to where, people can absorb it and process it and then use that as a stepping stone to build that library of knowledge in their head.
You can know. That is true. You can know. You can know how it works. You can understand how an engine works. You just got to have somebody explain it to you in layman's terms.
Yeah, basically.
And if you're looking for somebody like that who's a little bit smarter than we are, you can find somebody who explains it in layman's terms. We're going to go ahead and explain it in Neanderthal terms.
Okay.
There's a lot of ooga booga. Hit it with a rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're down, if you're down for some Neanderthal shit, we got your back.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's gonna do it for this one, man.
Yeah.
That was a very good time,
We
man.
got to camp out. We got to get back
Yeah,
to
we're
Yeah.
missing
karaoke.
We're missing
guys.
karaoke.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, let me find the OBS so I can go back to all beautiful people out there. We love you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Farewell.